The best in poker news, entertainment, and more. This is the Mark Hoke Show.
All right, everybody. Unlike what I did to David Levy, I think, last night, we are on cam now.
You're a camera?
Well, I just forgot to take the graphic off the screen for a little bit. I was so excited to have David Levy on the show, I guess I went brain dead for a little bit, which does happen on this show quite a bit.
How's David doing, by the way?
He's doing very well. Very well.
He's been around a long time. He's been playing Wsop events as far back as when they were playing back in downtown Binions. I remember seeing him down there at a final table somewhere.
Are you trying to take us back to the caveman days here, Joe? What's going on?
That's my era.
We're having a great time here at the Mark Hoke Show. I'm Mark Hoke along with Joe Payne over here hanging out, and it's double duty day.
Yep.
For us. As if doing 2 shows a day wasn't enough.
Well, actually, you'll probably wind up doing 3 today.
That's a good possibility.
Real good possibility.
Because we're going to be, of course, on here from about 1 till about 2:30, and then it's KLAV time, which we're going to be doing from here. Nate Dowland had to take the day off, so we're going to stay down here, lest I leave everything alone for about 2 or 3 hours, and that would be bad.
Might not be a good idea.
I'm going to say a bad call on that, so we're going to Skype that in through our soundboard and everything, so we should be fine.
We'll always be fine.
We'll always be fine. But boy, I had so much fun last night. Raymond Davis and I had an amazing discussion about the state of poker and how things are going with him, and that was pretty cool.
How does he feel things are going?
Oh, all right. Players need to, felt like a lot of the players need to get out there and, do more and get out in the public eye a little bit and work harder to promote the game and themselves. So
agree to do an interview after you win a bracelet. That would be probably a good start.
I have a story about that, by the way.
You do?
So if you didn't see the video that was up from yesterday's day show, Joe went to find Ted Forrest. He found Ted Forrest.
It's like
asked him for an interview.
It's like finding a tree in the forest.
Now here is the error that I found out you made, because I had a discussion with Mr. Forrest this morning.
Oh, everything's okay now?
He's not mad at you at all.
Oh,
but you said a bad word, apparently. That scared him terribly.
Oh, I know.
You know what that bad H word is?
H word?
Yeah.
Hamilton.
Yes.
Oh.
And he ran like the wind, bullseye.
Did he think I was going to ask him something about the ultimate bet?
He thought that this was something to do with and you scared him off, Joe.
Okay. Well, we had dinner together.
Yeah.
Myself, 2 other people, and Russ Hamilton, years ago at Bellagio.
Not last week.
Not last week. So when I approached him, I could see the look in his face. He didn't remember me. Or at least I wanted to kind of rekindle his thoughts and say, Ted, we had dinner a couple years ago, me, you, Russ Hamilton, and he panicked.
He did panic. He ran away from you.
Well, he probably thought I was going to question him about his involvement with Ultimate Bet.
It was apparently a situation like so the ex-wife was coming for the alimony with a team of lawyers. Yeah, you scared him badly. When you said that. So that explains why Russ ran away.
Well, not Russ.
Or Ted ran away.
Wow. Okay. So is he going to come on?
He'll come on at some point. Actually, I wasn't ready for him when I spoke to him. But he said he's right. He'll do an interview anytime we can get freed up.
Did you explain to him that it was just...
I did.
All I was trying to do is... I obviously knew that he didn't... I could tell by the look in his face. He was like, who are you?
Joe Fail is your nickname. Joe Fail.
So all is good between
he blew that
the Mark Hoke Show
yeah.
and Ted Forrest.
Yes, we're all good. We're all good.
I'd like to be here to explain to Ted I was not trying to ask him any questions about his past friendship with Russ Hamilton or his involvement in Ultimate Bet.
I think he was worried about trying to get money, too.
From me?
No, for Russ.
Oh.
Like you were some sort of in-between. Good work, Joe. That's the way to do it, baby.
I'm an implier, as you called me 2 days ago.
Yeah, you implied on that one.
I implied to Ted Forrest that this was an interview about Ultimate Bet.
Yes, very nice job. Thank you so
now
much.
Now I understand why He ran.
He ran.
He did. And it kind of like pissed me off, but it was like
you struck with lightning, turned into the Flash, and off he went. Tough break there for Joe, but
tough break for the Mark Hoke show.
Yeah, we'll get.
That would have been nice to get him on.
So at some point we will see Ted Forrest. I know we're also looking to set up
I will
say
to him, Ted, I'm sorry for the misunderstanding. I was not trying to talk to you about Russ Hamilton. I was just rekindling that we met before with dinner together.
Okay, so misunderstanding.
So
we can all be part of the
I
Ted Forrest
apologize,
fan
and
club.
I accept his runaway behavior,
right.
so to speak.
So we end up pulling that video from YouTube.
You pulled it?
No, I didn't pull it.
Oh.
No, it's still up.
Oh.
Maybe we will. We'll see.
No, it's okay. I mean, actually, it leads to when we get Ted back on the show.
And we'll have some fun with it.
The misunderstanding.
We'll have some fun with it. Oh, sweet God. Anyway, yeah, so that was, but great night last night. And, boy, I tell you, I still am flattered that James Woods listens to this show.
You know,
that's
do you
stunning,
think it has anything to do with you being in the movies about a month ago?
Oh, no.
No?
No, I'm gonna vote no.
Well, you are
maybe James could get me in a movie.
I'm a little biased here, but you are the #1 poker show in the world.
Well, you're part of it.
I am, but I'm at the Mark Hoke show. When I say you, I'm the Mark Hoke show, and why not? Why wouldn't James Woods listen in? Who else is going to bring them up to the minute, up to the second? We're giving updates here as they occur. We even gave an update of Ted Forrest running down the hallway as it occurred.
It was pretty cool.
It was pretty cool.
Crazy stuff happens
Sometimes
here at the World Series.
you my dad would say, you can pick your friends, you can't pick your family.
That is true.
You know, and sometimes your friends, you do things years later that you have no idea that they're going to do, or they partake in things that are probably not in the best interest of everyone. And there's things out there about Mr. Hamilton that whether he actually did it, didn't do it, whatever it is, but the point is he has this black cloud that floats over his head now, and a lot of people don't like to be either previously associated with him to be currently associated with him. So I can understand Ted's state of panic, so to speak.
He was like a whirling dervish.
I was.
He just did the spin fu.
Ted.
That was the spin fu on you. He did. That was pretty impressive.
Ted moved so fast. I was going to ask him if he wanted to enter the Las Vegas Marathon. He looked like he could move quick and for a long time.
So harsh. Oh my God. Okay. Well, of course, Ted Forrest winning a bracelet, and we had some bracelets yesterday. Some wild stuff happening here at the World Series.
I'm sure you're going to tell me about it.
And we are going to break it down here a little bit. By the way, we also have a couple special guests coming. Gentlemen doing some timed poker tables.
Mm-hmm. Stopped by yesterday.
My notes just collapsed on the floor.
Gave us a little preview. Perfect. Looks good.
Yeah. So we'll have all sorts of stuff going on. But we're going to sign off here a little bit early because we want to make sure we're all squared away for our show on KLAV at 3 o'clock. That's our normal time there, Wednesdays at 3 p.m. It'll be the first time we're actually not doing the show in studio. So we got to make sure all hands are on deck.
Now, will we also be doing a video during the KLAV show, or are we going to shut down the video?
Probably shut the video down.
Okay.
I would think. But you just have to go to KLAV1230am.com at 3 o'clock to catch us there. So should be a good time. And Kevin Mathers is going to be joining us for that one. And I may have finally got Jess Wellman down here. Of course, the queen of WSOP.com.
Okay. The queen or the king?
No, she's the queen.
She's the queen.
She's the queen. Ruled with an iron fist.
Okay.
So that'll be fun to have a...
What is her exact title with WSOP.com?
She runs the WSOP.com website.
Oh. Whoa.
Yeah. She's big. She's huge. I mean,
You're talking about when you
she's diminutive.
Okay, I was going to say.
But in terms of WSOP.com, yeah, it doesn't get much better than that.
She's the W.
Yeah. She is the W.
Okay.
So we'll hopefully get to talk to Jess Wellman there too. Because Jess, I told Jess, hey, can you come down around 3:30? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, ooh, I got Kev Math and Jess for the snap call on the KLAV show.
Okay.
How about that?
And we got enough mics for everybody too.
Yeah, we should be good to go. And of course, speaking of KLAV, we're on there KLAV 12:30 a.m. here in Las Vegas. And also, if you want to join us On the internet, it is KLAV1230am.com, and also be going on to Sports 920, the game coming up here pretty shortly. That'll be fun. 920thegame.com is the website there. Of course, we also want to thank some of our great sponsors of the show while we have a couple of minutes. The PPC Poker Tour, that big event coming up June 29th through July 1. Golden Nugget. Cheap buy-ins, chance to go to Aruba. Lots of chances to go to Aruba, actually.
I don't like the word cheap.
Inexpensive.
Inexpensive is much better. Cheap, people they have a different. They think about, it's cheap. I don't want to go there. Yeah, inexpensive. It's affordable.
It's affordable. 3 is okay.
It gives
so pardon me. The marketing department kind of failed there on my part.
That's what I'm here for.
Thank you. You're a good man, Joe, despite what everybody else says about you.
Especially Ted Forrest.
Yeah. Make sure you guys go to ppcpokertour.com. Arctic Blue cooling towels. It is not cool to be hot. Towels have been flying out of here. People are digging those things. So make sure you go to arcticblu.com, 15% off, plus free shipping with the code MarkHokeShow. Man, if you live out here in Vegas, Desert Southwest, you're going to need one of those.
It's about 102 or 103 already.
Yeah, I had a woman telling me she's going to get one, and she works in a factory and said, it gets so darn hot in there, no matter what the temperature is.
Singapore?
No.
Is there factories here?
Yeah, there are
Las
factories
Vegas?
here still. She's not from here.
Oh, okay.
Not from Las Vegas.
Oh,
anyway.
I was going to say.
But yeah, she's like, I could really use one of these in the factory. That's another great use for the Arctic Blue cooling towel. Team Run Good, they're awesome. We got the Run Good Gear Lounge going on. Everybody's happy and comfortable over there. Even though I did find one of the chairs from the Run Good Lounge across the hallway this morning. They're starting to show up. Oh,
there wasn't an earthquake, was there?
No earthquake.
So somebody moved it.
So the Run Good Gear Lounge is in full effect, and you can get some great Run Good Gear, 10% off with the code Hoke. Just stop on there, rungoodgear.com.
HOKE.
Hoke. Blind Squirrel Apparel. You use that code Hoke, you get 20% off over there, blindsquirrelapparel.com. Man, the gambler in you needs some Blind Squirrel Apparel.
There's no gambler in me.
No, never. Nah. Go to blindsquirrelapparel.com. Pick up some great gear over there. The boys at Double Digit Covers can continue to kick some butt. Tony had another huge day yesterday. Tony Dosen, the all-star handicapping team over there. They'll give you a free pick. All right, I'm going to tell you what will happen right now. If you sign up to work with those guys, and I find out about it, I'm going to ship you a free Mark Hoke Show T-shirt.
Nice.
All right, so give them a call, and I'll run that through a couple of weeks. First 5 people to do it. First 5 people.
Has he told you if he's on the ranges or not?
I didn't. You know what? I didn't look yet. I have to look on my bet sheets. But call 855-489-2700. That's 855-489-2700. Yeah, you got to get in on the Stanley Cup right now. Series bets and individual game 1 bet. Get on that. So check it out. Go to doubledigitcovers.com. And, of course, our good friends at Blue Rail. How far do you want to go? The best in website design. He'll host your site for $9, Joe. $9 a month.
It's pretty inexpensive.
That's ridiculously
Notice
inexpensive.
Didn't say cheap. They said inexpensive.
Ridiculously inexpensive. And of course, Bob can do anything for your business, whatever you need. Blue Rail, how far do you want to go? And, of course, visit RogueWire.com, which is Mark Hoke Show, kind of housed on there. So check it out at RogueWire.com. Yep. And I got to mention Team Poker Joker, too, real quick. 10% off with the code Vegas Hoke. That's Vegas Hoke. Grin and win with Team Poker Joker. Join that crazy cult today. Head on over to teampokerjoker.com. And while you're at markhokeshow.com, not a bad idea to sign up for the 1K main event satellite entry contest.
We're going to be giving one of those away.
We are.
Somebody's going to win. Well, they're not going to.
They're going to win the chance to get a 1 in 10 shot to go to the main event.
Yeah. 1 for 10. Hey.
That's not bad. I'd take that. So just click on the link on the Mark Hoke Show page and sign up for the contest today. Of course, that's brought to you by Run Good Gear, Blind Squirrel Apparel, Las Vegas Advisor, Sun Buggy Fun Rentals, just north of Las Vegas here. You can come up, have a little good time, and wreck your dune buggy into a sand dune if you feel like it.
They got a roll bar.
Yeah, they do have a roll bar. And who else? And Team Poker Joker's on that one, too. So make sure you get in that contest. It's going to be a great time. All right. Let's see. Where do we have?
Let's talk about some bracelets that we're giving out.
Yes, bracelets. Sorry, chat box scared me for a little bit. My listeners are occasionally technological incompetent, but it's okay. Thank God for the refresh button. They're all right. I love those guys. We have the best listeners in the world out here. Yeah, and speaking of which, we got a new Twitter follower, Jay Acosta, 24, picked up one of our. We got the first highlight reel podcast. I came up with that brilliant name. No one's ever used that before.
The best of.
Yep, because we're pulling some of the interviews off of the videos, which are up on YouTube, and compiling those for you as we go along. We've got 2 of them out right now. So if you want to check those out, feel free, and we'll keep adding those up. I got to get a little bit caught up on those. It's a pain in the butt.
When do you sleep, by the way?
I didn't last night. You know why? I did a little bit. You know why I didn't sleep last night? I watched the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction ceremony. They had a replay of that last night.
Are you a big rock and roll fan?
Oh, of course I love my rock and roll. I want to rock and roll all night and party every day.
So are you so on your in your car radio? Do you have the classic rock station on there, or you're not classic rock? You're current rock.
I'm a flipper, but I am mostly
really.
I'm an '80s kid.
You swim pretty well.
Sure, and I'm an '80s kid mostly, but I listen to just about anything really.
Well, that's classic rock, '80s.
Yeah, so I get the job done. I'm all right. So I'm a button masher. It's pretty bad. It's very bad actually. It drives everybody nuts. Nuts, I tell you.
Well, if they're not in the car with you, though.
But, I almost want to go off on a tangent on that Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction ceremony last night, because I'll tell you, the end of it kind of freaked me out a little bit.
Why? What happened?
You really want to go there? Let's go. I'll go there real quick.
Yeah, real quick.
So I'm sitting through the whole ceremony. Great ceremony overall. Pretty cool. Hall & Oates, one of my favorite bands, getting inducted. So that was pretty exciting for me to see. I've seen them in concert, and they are just amazing. And you get the E Street Band was the next to last induction, and they're rocking it out, having a great time. It's you're all like peppy and dancing and stuff. And they saved the last band they inducted, or actually person inducted, was Nirvana. So Nirvana's Dave Grohl, and I am a huge Foo Fighters fan. I love the Foo Fighters. If anybody sends me Foo Fighters tickets, I'll probably wash your feet. Whatever. I love the Foo Fighters. So of course Kurt Cobain has passed away, but first Michael Stipe from REM, who I am not a big REM fan. Not the biggest REM fan. I really want to take a plastic knife to my wrist every time I hear "Stand." Stand in the place where you live. Now face, no, think about it. I'm just like, God, shoot me now. I heard that song so many times in college. I just wanted to cry. But he got up there, bashes the Reagan and Bush eras. And apparently it set up the grunge industry, or the genre of grunge. I'm like, and you brought up Iran Contra, and I'm like, dude, come on. We all know why grunge happened. You know why grunge happened, Joe?
I do not, but I'm sure you're going to tell me.
Here's why grunge happened. Grunge happened because Mariah Carey, Boyz II Men, and Janet Jackson and Whitney Houston were all that was on the radio from about 1990 through 96.
This is true?
Go back and take a look at the number one songs. And you pretty much can't ditch them. They're everywhere. So, I can understand why the kids needed a little extra something there, a little bit different. And it was funny because I even looked in Guns N' Roses was the last metal act or hard rock act to have a number one, and that went like 10 years. So I can understand. Nirvana was kind of they fit into a spot. They filled a void that had they come out maybe any other time, wouldn't have worked out. But so Nirvana's on, so they bring Nirvana up, and Courtney Love is there. Of course, the ex of Kurt Cobain.
I was going to say, it's Kirk's wife, right?
And I got to tell you, it was one of the scariest moments I think I've ever seen in an induction ceremony, because we all know she's a complete whack job.
Was there a wardrobe malfunction?
No wardrobe malfunction. But so the members of Nirvana speak. They had Kurt's mom and family up there, and then comes Courtney. And Courtney just kind of up to the podium and kind of slumps down. Now she's getting all casual, and you're just waiting. You're waiting for the pipe bomb. I have this huge speech ready to go, but I'm not going to do it. I just want to thank you, everybody, and Kurt would have really appreciated this. Have a great night.
That was it.
That was it. But the best part was, if you can go back and look at that sometime as poker players, we can read people pretty well.
What do you think?
And you can see the looks on everybody's faces behind them.
They were
everybody's face. They were
panic.
Scared shitless.
What she was going to say.
And that's all she did. Got her off. And the concert was kind of tough too because Nirvana's music's not exactly peppy stuff.
No,
it's not. It's not one of those songs. The songs where you finish up a massive Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction ceremony. So the whole end of that was just bizarre.
Now, where did this ceremony take place at?
It was in Brooklyn. I don't know where, but it's replaying on HBO. So anyway, there's my team.
He was in Brooklyn?
Yeah.
Brooklyn, New York?
Yeah, you've heard of that place?
No, never heard of Brooklyn, New York.
I can't believe that.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that was what kept me up last night. I watched the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductions this year.
Brooklyn, New York, where the strong survive and the weak are eaten.
And the Dodgers run away.
And the Dodgers run away.
Sorry. Yes, I ripped
that
hurt
scar
my heart,
off.
Don't you? I ripped that scar off. Anyway, let's go. Let's talk a little poker. I'm done tangenting for the day.
So, who is the newest poker millionaire?
Well, it's funny you should mention that, Joe, because that was a wild final table yesterday. Of course, going into that thing, we had an overwhelming chip leader in Stephen Granner, who at the time of the final table start was about 12.1 million. 3 players were around the 4 to 4.5 million, so a huge lead. And we talked about what not to do in this situation.
Yesterday we did talk about that, right?
So what did he do? Exactly what we told him not to do. Goes for a big bluff against James Duke with a gut shot straight draw.
And nothing other than that.
And Duke is firing away with kings, and that ends up clipping him. Loses about 4.5-ish million on that pot, and just never came back. So Stephen Granner, who was in position to win $1.3 million, ends up finishing 6th.
Wow. That's good.
I mean, there's just, when you have that overwhelming a chip lead, a top 3 finish is pretty much the only acceptable outcome unless something really ridiculous happens.
Well,
it's one thing if you get unlucky,
right,
but it's another thing when you make yourself unlucky. So Granner finishing 6th, and Jonathan Dibbig, who is one of the favorites coming into this tournament, one of the better, more accomplished players there, takes it down. Pretty easy heads up, actually. Only lasted about 6 or 7 hands.
Well, really, that quickly?
Yep. Dimmig walks out of there with $1.3 million. Is poker's newest millionaire. We want to give Jonathan congratulations. Hopefully, maybe we'll get to see him. Of course, we had Benny Chen on last year, so hopefully we'll get Jonathan on for a little bit.
And he's a big hockey fan, I believe.
I believe he is too.
Buffalo Sabre fan.
He is a New York guy.
Kind of neat. New York state of mind.
There you go. So Jonathan Dibbing knocks off Jeffrey Coburn, who takes $815,000 home. James Duke in third, $614,000. Andrew Teng gets $465,000. Bradley Anderson finishing 5th at $355,000. So big congratulations there. But I think the other side story is Granner going crazy with a bluff and not being able to come back from it. I mean, that is a shame. I mean, it's one of those losses that is probably going to haunt him for quite a long time in his poker career.
We discussed this yesterday about, you just because you have the most chips at the table does not mean you have to be the dictator.
No. Let him fight it out a little bit. It's okay. You don't have to.
Dictator was overthrown yesterday.
Yes, he was. Event number 9, Jeff Smith.
Pretty common name.
Jeff Smith is
There can be a lot of guys that say that was me.
Wins the $1,000 no limit hold'em.
How many
event.
Jeff Smiths yesterday got text or call?
Oh my God!
Congratulations!
Was that you?
Was that you?
Oh God, that's pure torture. I forgot about that little
yeah.
problem. Jeff Smith winning $323,125. A pretty wild heads-up match. These guys were going back and forth for over 3 hours yesterday. Knocks off Danny Wynn and takes down event number 9.
That was the $1,000 no limit, right?
That was $1,000 no limit. He picks up $323,125.
You have to have a little angel on your shoulder in that tournament because you only start with 3,000 in chips. So you have to avoid the landmine, so to speak. Because if you make a mistake early,
hasta luego.
Hasta luego, baby.
We'll see you in event. We'll see you in event 10.
The next event, what is that?
Well, event number 10, the Limit Omaha High-Low Split 8 or better. And this was a great story, too. You know, we talked about how many great players were hanging around for that event. And
they weren't just hanging around. They were playing that event.
Lo and behold, the gentleman that said to us yesterday or 2 days ago, well, yeah, I'll come on if I do something. Well, Brock, we'll be seeing you soon. Brock Parker takes it down, his third World Series of Poker bracelet. Of course, won 2 bracelets. I believe it was 2010, I want to say. But Brock Parker winning event number 10, the $10,000 Limit Omaha High-Low Championship, $443,000.
Yeah, he walked by about 2 days ago, and you said, "Hey, want to come on?" He goes, "If I do something." Well,
he's got that's now called a Lindgren, by the way. Now we can call it a Lindgren Parker.
Why is that?
Lindgren did the same thing last year.
Did he say the same thing to you?
He said the same thing to me last year.
Do something?
Said, I win a bracelet, I'll come on. Well, he won a bracelet. So Brock, we'll see you pretty soon, buddy. But big congratulations to one of the nice guys in the game, and very excited to see Brock Parker.
So that'll be an easy job for me when I go to this bracelet ceremony and say, "Hey, I don't even have to ask you."
Just give him the wiggle.
You said you were coming on if you did something.
Just give him the wiggle there. All right, so there's event number 10, Brock Parker taking that one down.
What's going on with the six-handed? That should be close.
Well, we'll get to that. By the way, Jesse Capps finished 29th in that event last night. A friend of the show here, of course. Good to have Jesse on.
Who isn't a friend of the show? Really, think of it. Besides Ted Forrest.
Ted's a friend now.
He's a friend now. We've got that settled.
We got that settled. But Brock knocked off Richard Ashby in the heads-up match. Ophir Moore finishing third. 2 women.
Nice.
Finishing on this final
and
table as well. Shirley Rosario finishing fourth. Then we had Vyacheslav Ortinsky, who was leading this tournament for quite a while, but Ortinsky ends up finishing fifth. Jason McPherson sixth. Stephen Lustig in seventh. And Melissa Burr, who lost her grandmother yesterday, had to play through it, was up and down, had gotten as high as second place in this tournament, finishes 8th. So Melissa Burr, nice run, though. Dan Kelly 9th, Elia Lesra in 10th place.
So he was the bubble?
Omaha split, though, probably an 8-handed table.
Yeah, 8-handed, that's correct, yeah.
All right. We go to that no-limit Hold'em 6-handed tournament. That was a pretty good one. And get our results up there. That one, of course, not over yet. They are, now that's crazy. WSOP says 10 at the top, but they're listing 6 remaining. And this one's going to get interesting, too, because we had talked about one of the gentlemen earlier heads up for a bracelet for about what seems like the millionth time, Justin Bonomo, and guess what? He's sitting in second place right now.
Wow.
So Bonomo making another great run. So that'll get him off to a good start for the World Series of Poker Player of the Year, too.
Yeah.
Getting a second place and wherever he ends up here today. Mike Sowers is currently your leader, $1.87 million. Bonomo is in second to $1.294. Then we have Taylor Parr, another very dangerous player, at 1.12. Then Daniel Strelitz, pretty solid player there out of Torrance, California. He's got $1 million. Lance Harris at $826,000, and Neil Mittelman at $671. By the way, 2 Germans finishing 7th and 10th in there.
I know where you're going with
2
that.
Germans.
But they didn't win.
Yeah, Mad Marvin's here, by the way. So you better watch out. You better not cry because he's coming to steal your chips, kids. So there's event number 11. Event number 12. Okay, well, those are your bracelet. Well, we have the event number 12, Pot Limit Omaha, or Pot Limit Hold'em event. That one kicked off yesterday. Down to 69, so there's still a little room to go on that one. David Martasayan out of Macedonia, Illinois, is your leader on that one, 119, followed by Matthew DiMatteo, 117. Ryan Schoenbert out of Calgary. That's good. I like that name. Schoenbert. Schoenbert is in third. And a couple big names hanging around up there. Joseph Chung looks like he's fighting for a bracelet right now. He is in 5th place. Sean Rice is up there in 11th. Darryl Fish in 14th. Let's see who else we have. I know there are a couple of things. Ben Blakeman. He does a lot of poker coaching and writing articles. Blakeman in 20th. And who else? I know Phil Collins is still in there. Dylan Lind, who made a nice run earlier in the series, is there. Phil Ivey.
There's a name.
Phil Ivey and Ryan Reese.
Reese.
The Beast, the defending world champion.
Town.
He shows up and starts off with another deep run. So
did you see that bet that prop bet that Daniel Negreanu put out between him and Phil Ivey?
I did.
What do you think about that? Which side of the bet you taking there?
I'm taking the no bracelet.
You taking the no bracelet, really?
Yeah. Here, give me 1 second here, Joe. I'm going to stall.
Okay. Well, while Mark is stalling, the bet, for those who haven't caught up to it, is it's an even money bet that Daniel Negreanu is willing to put out. Minimum bet that he'll take is $5,000. I believe to a mill that either him or Phil Ivey will win at least one bracelet during the 2014 World Series. And I believe for the last 8 or 9 years, each of them have won at least one between the two of them in the last 8 years. So they're saying it's an even money bet to begin with.
I'm taking the money. I'm taking the.
You taking a no bracelet?
You got to take the odds.
But it's pretty even. One of them has won a bracelet every year. In the last 8 or 9.
I don't consider that an even bet.
Okay.
I don't consider that an even bet. I consider that look. These are two people out of how many? Yes, they're very incredible, the top two players in the world, but still, I think I'm good with that. I'm okay.
You're okay.
I'm okay. I take, if I lose, I lose. But that's how it goes. All right, so that's event number 13. Event number 14 also started off yesterday. And we want to make sure we mention that one real quick. Actually, no, that's right. That was the only. Let me punch it up. I'm kind of going brain dead for a second, Joe. I was watching too much Linda Ronstadt. Hearing too many Linda Ronstadt songs last night. You're no good, you're no good, you're no good. Baby, you're no good.
We've taken a
say it again.
We've taken a detour over to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame today.
Yeah, you watch the dang thing for 3 hours. It kind of gets burned into your brain. Event 14 is kicking off today. We got the limit Omaha high-low split 8 or better. That was which I missed something. I missed one here. The pot limit. Did I skip the pot limit? I missed it. The pot limit event started yesterday in the Deuce 7 low ball. There we go. Deuce 7 low ball. I missed the Deuce 7 low ball. And Jennifer Harmon at the top of the board with 36 left, and they only got 87 players for that one.
What was the entry fee for that?
People hate that game.
I like that game. What was the entry fee on it?
$10,000.
$10,000.
That is the 10K championship. Jen Harmon, number 1 right now, followed by John Juanda, Sean Chacon, who, by the way, he and Chino Ream bought some Run Good sweatshirts yesterday.
Oh, cool.
They were freezing their butts off, so I didn't blame them. Larry Wright in 4th, Galen Hall 5th, Ashton Griffin 6th, Brian Rass in 7th, good friend of mine, Paul Volpe in 8th, Mike Watson 9th, Joe Cassidy 10th, and, of course, a lot of big names hanging around in that one. So should be pretty exciting to see who wins that 10K.
Well, $10,000 entry fee, there's always going to be a lot of big names in there.
Yeah, always a hoot. So there you go, some pretty good stuff. Hey, we have some guests.
I do.
We do have some guests. I think we should let these
chair them up. I'm going to vacate this, give them some room to come in. I'll see you guys later.
All right. So we are very excited. I got to tell you, that I am fascinated by this product. It's pretty cool stuff. Gentlemen, you want to come on in here and make sure we get everybody squared up on cam here too. Yeah, of course we're live. We're always live. That's how we roll around here, you guys. So we're going to have to scrunch up a little bit, get you guys on the camera. But actually, I just need to lose some weight, and then we won't have the problem. But we are welcoming Colin Foster, James McPhee. You guys want to slide over a little bit, and we got one mic for you. We'll promise we'll have another one set up soon, so you might have to talk into that pretty close. Like you're going on a date.
We can do that.
But not going too far like you're the experimental college days. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? All right. But these gentlemen do the timetables. Now, I got to tell you, I think this is one of the great future waves of the game. Always have said that. Well. So tell us a little bit about how this whole thing got started. You guys have been working on this project for a very long time.
A couple of years now. We've actually been working on this for a couple of years now. It was a concept back in 2012. Now, we've been avid poker players for the past 13 years. We've been playing mostly based in LA and Las Vegas, some Atlantic City tournaments. And what we come across is, as you get deeper into the higher limit tournaments, there's a lot of players that tank just to keep moving up in the rankings to hopefully have other players get knocked out in the process. And that's where we kind of felt that there needs to be a change. And with all the speculation in the poker world in the last couple of years with implementing a shot clock, we decided to develop something that's going to keep the game moving. So we developed timetables, which is a shot clock-based poker table. It's all electronic, it's dealer controlled, and the players are going to love it because each person gets a time bank in front of them. It's not putting a little box timer on the corner of the table and hitting start every time a person makes a move.
Okay.
Which they sort of do now every once in a while in tournaments, and it's kind of catching on, but it's just not fun and it's not interesting when everyone has to look at the corner of the table and see where the clock is. We felt having something right in front of you where you can still play your little Hollywood looking down and trying to, fiddle with your chips and all that. You kind of can see where you're at, 30 seconds, 60 seconds, 90 seconds. And it works. And we just came out. We're on the cover of the magazine on Card Player today. The issue dropped today.
Boy, you had to really say hi to Mr. Schulman for that one, didn't you?
Yeah.
We did.
You had a little glad handing on that one.
Oh, yeah.
But it's a great story. I mean, it really is.
The poker world is changing. 80% of the players in the poker world want this. It's going to change the game. It's going to change the game for better.
Now, it's always tough for the first guy through the door. We all know that. Everybody gets bloody the first time you try and do something new. So what is going to make these timetables stand out that it's going to say, you know what, we are the industry leaders. It's not going to change. We've got this thing nailed down. What did you do to make sure that you were going to be the best from day one?
I would have to say we've developed a system that captivates all elements of poker, the game itself. There's nothing that our system cannot do. There's not a single scenario in the game that our system can't control. Where a player folds, a player's not at his seat, there's nobody sitting in seat 5. So is the clock going to always go to seat 5 and not jump over? No, our system already does that. It's programmed to know if a player folds, that seat's going to be out at the push of a button and the clock's always going to jump. We're taking that perfect online poker software-based style and implementing it into the live game.
Do you think that this may long haul have more of a function as a cash game product as opposed to a tournament product? There's one thing that I think about is just the business of it. And for a casino, their goal is, we want to get more hands. We want to get more hands. So you take that over to the cash game, and all of a sudden now these guys are, dealing so many more hands, per hour, which means they're making more money on the rate.
Yeah, what we've done is this table is designed for tournaments first, but it does double as a cash game table.
Okay.
Now, we've also ran scenarios with this table that if you put this table in the casino, you will get an additional 3 to 5 hands an hour. Now, that doesn't sound like a lot, but after the casino takes its rake and the drop, everything's added up, the casino will pay for the table within 6 months.
Wow.
So at the end of the day, it's all about money. That's what makes the world go round.
Yeah, that is awesome. So how much time did you guys, before you even put the thing together, how much time did you have to put into this in terms of the planning and working out the logistics on how this thing was going to work?
We've spent countless hours on this. We are very lucky to have significant others that understand that. They know how much time we put into this, sweat, blood, tears. They've given us the opportunity to do that, and we're very blessed to have them.
That's cool. But,
there's, like I said, 2 years of development. It's not easy. A lot of people think with the way technology is moving forward and how simple it's getting, it's not very simple to program something from scratch.
No.
Especially when you don't know how to program. So when you're paying other people to program for you, you're at their mercy, and they're kind of holding you up. We would love to expedite this thing a year ago, but that's just not the way it is. So, and we know that there's probably other people out there trying to ride this wave with us. We've just done it first, and we do feel that we've done it best.
And it's at the point now where poker is moving forward, and if you're not moving forward with this table with us, you're moving backwards.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think you really have to be a good entrepreneur, you've got to be looking to about 2 or 3 years into the future. Which you guys were doing. I mean, you're obviously sitting around a couple years ago and said, hey, let's give this a shot. And, it looks like a fantastic product. So is this something the consumers, the everyday guy might want to consider trying to bring home to their house? Or, how do you feel about that right now?
Absolutely not. We should make that public, that we are not selling to individuals. We are only business to business.
Okay.
We are going to be selling to casinos and to other licensed poker organizations first. Maybe in the future, after we've been around for a while, we might make a more simplistic version too that we might be able to sell to the general public. But as for right now, we want to get these things into casinos and have poker players paying the casinos to play on them and then making money from it.
Man, you guys, I can tell you what, you got a look in your eyes, fellas. You're pretty psyched up. I mean,
We are.
this looks like something that, I've been doing the show for 3 years and keep building and building and building, and it looks like you guys are on the same track where you've just been putting so much heart and soul into this. I can tell there's a lot of emotion going into this as you're moving forward.
It was a lot of work, but Colin and I have been friends for over 20 years. It's almost like two brains working together. We can finish each other's sentences. We know what each other's thinking. It was hard to put together, but it came out.
After playing poker together for 13 years, we may look young, but we are in our 30s. After playing poker for this long and seeing every different possibility that the game can throw at you, there's no situation that we can't handle or that we can't answer if there's a question. And we put all of that education and knowledge that we've gained in the last 13 years of poker into this system because we know the game inside and out. We're not going to say we're up there with the top 5 guys as far as skill, but we know the game just as well as they do. And that's why we were able to put together this product.
What have you found as you've gone through seems to be the ideal amount of time for players to play the hand? Because obviously you have to have some different settings on there, but what's the number that you've found everybody to be the most comfortable at?
I think we feel that 30 seconds is enough time to make a decision.
Really?
Wow. I think when it's your action, I think you know what you're going to do before it gets to you, unless something happens before it gets there. But generally, if you're going to check, fold, or raise. Now, again, we've come up with the system where you can even adjust the timer on the system. Now, it's up to the casino how long they want to give each player. We've even come up with extended time chips where the players will get a few of these chips when they buy into the tournament. So if during a hand they feel like they need more time, they can use their chip and they will get more time.
We have a simple function of reversing the clock as well, which is something we thought about in addition to that time chip statement. We know that there are going to be players that want more time. Our clock goes from 15 seconds and caps off at 90 seconds, minute and a half. And
wait, hold on a second.
Go ahead.
15 seconds?
For turbo tournaments, yes.
Wow.
Turbo tournaments.
Oh, my God.
Sit and goes. So
I'd be going crazy. I sat down with 15 seconds and I'd be ready to
But if you,
I don't know. If you do it, I'm sure it sounds so short.
But no, you think about it. It's 15 seconds. So you're telling me if you're holding pocket jacks and the flop comes down king, ace, deuce, you need more than 15 seconds to throw your hand away?
I do if I'm playing him.
But you know your pocket.
Yeah, I know.
Your pocket jacks are no good.
Yeah.
Why do you need to sit there for 2.5, 3 minutes to decide on it? You want to catch runner?
Have you guys had any professionals test this out with you?
We actually have a meeting, but we can't disclose his name today.
Oh, okay.
But yes, we have talked to a couple of poker agents, and we are trying to, score up an endorsement deal with some professionals. Once they see this, we know they're going to want to get on board, and they're going to be fighting for it like catfish. So we're going to see what happens with that. But, on the upside, getting back to the whole timer, we know that a minute and a half on television, if it's televised, is excruciating to watch if it goes more than that. And that's why we also have a separate interface for this system that can give a live data feed to televise on a network. So if the World Series of Poker or the WPT wanted to televise the live action in real time, we have that ability with this system. So it's gonna really explode in the poker world. It's gonna change the game.
Nice. So if anybody wants to take a look at this technology, see your website, tell them where they can find you.
www.timedtables.net.
Man, it's something else.
Yeah.
Do you have Twitter or anything like that? You guys out there yet on the?
We're not on the social networking wave yet. We're kind of just holding back from that to see what kind of spark we can gain in the poker world without it. You know, a lot of businesses who are selling to the general public use Facebook and Twitter to advertise, but we're business to business, so we're going to try to, you know, get in touch with the casinos individually and see where we go from there.
Man, this is exciting stuff.
It is. We're really excited to bring it out, and we're excited to be here to talk to you about it.
Well, I'm happy to have you on the show. I mean, this is going to be could be revolutionizing the game, boys.
Thank you.
We think it
We
is.
appreciate that.
Very nice. So, so we want to make sure you go to it's timetables.net.
That's correct.
Check this out, and of course, we've got Colin Foster, James McPhee, who are trying to turn poker on its ear. I applaud you for that. Very cool, guys.
What we're trying to do is give the poker world what it wants.
Yep. It's awesome. Well, I wish you guys all the best. I hope things work out. Do me a favor, leave me your business cards here.
Sure.
We'll chit-chat.
Yes,
All
sir.
right.
Thanks
It'll
for
be
having
fun.
us.
But best of luck with everything, guys.
Yes.
Thank you,
Pleasure.
sir.
Thank you.
All right, and of course, you know, I'll definitely show the cover here too. They got it on the cover of Card Player magazine. That is something else.
Thank you.
I don't get on the cover of Card Player magazine. You guys made it in that quick. Got some friends on there too, I guess, huh?
Yep.
What, you guys didn't do the shot yourselves? Shame on you.
No, we don't want to show our ugly mugs on there.
There is a picture of us in the magazine,
Yep.
but on the cover of the magazine,
It's good.
it's good.
It's good.
We needed to show what it's going to look like.
Yeah, it's exciting. So, well, we look forward to checking it out. Once again, if you want to take a look, timetables.net, and all, you know, a lot of pictures and a great article in there too. So,
Thank you.
gentlemen, good luck.
Thank you
Thank you,
so
sir.
much.
You got it.
Have a good one.
All right. So you heard it first right here, at least on the radio. And I wish these guys the best. It is a great concept and sounds like a fantastic piece of equipment. So James and Colin. How about that, Joe? What do you think?
Interesting.
Very interesting. You could use that at the MPL. That'd be all right. Joe's getting all situated here. I probably should have waited a little. So how do you feel about that, Joe?
Never like to say anything negative. I don't know if this is something that the poker world needs now. I don't think too many people really abuse the time clock. Their contention was that people are going into the tank to move up a spot. I don't know.
It's one of those things, you know, we're probably going to have to play it, Joe. I think we need to get one in our hands and have some fun with it.
You know, I think there's so much to be had in a poker tournament that nobody really likes change. I mean, the poker world has been going on like this, and there is the option for a player, or any player at the table actually, a la Tiffany Michelle, to call the clock on a hand. I always think that, especially when you're playing big tournaments, especially World Series events, main events, that a player should not be limited to a specific amount of time that they want to consider. Now, he brought up the situation with pocket jacks, and the flop comes, I believe he said ace, king, rag. It's not an automatic fold there. I mean, because what happens?
Well, it's player dependent.
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely. I mean, you know, you're the player you can be playing against could be sitting there with pocket tens.
I think that's something that's going to make, you know, there's going to be a lot of players that are going to be comfortable with it. There's going to be a lot that wouldn't. And I think, you know, one thing that, you know, I do like the fact that they really have variations on the time clock, because you're going to be able, to find that comfort zone. You know, because I do agree that, you know, I mean, I was kind of surprised 30 seconds was what they came out with. I would think 45 would be a little better average number, but still, you know, I guess now they're the ones that are working on it, so I'm going to take the
you know, I give them kudos for even attempting to do this. Whether it will be accepted worldwide, or poker-wise anyway, I don't know. You know, people don't like change. I might like the idea if they have a bank where if you play your hands quickly, you build up additional time in your personal bank. That would be something, but to be specific for each hand, in other words, there might be hands, yes, there's pretty hands where it's an easy fold or an easy call. And if you do not take enough time, maybe that particular time that you didn't use goes into your bank, and then if you have a tough decision to make, maybe you can. And I know there was something, I think, on Party Poker where they had time, and it goes into your bank, and then you can take time off. So I'm not really sure whether the jury, as far as I'm concerned, the jury is out with me on whether this would work.
Yeah, well, we shall see. So I want to thank those guys for stopping by. Pretty cool. All right, hey, we need to take a commercial break, and we come back. We'll get you more updates of what's going on at the World Series. And, of course, don't forget, we're going to be signing off here a little early, but we will be back on KLAV 12:30 a.m. and KLAV 12:30 a.m.com. So whether you're here in Vegas, you want to turn on those dials or hop on the internet, make sure you join us there. Should be a great time. Kevin Mathers joining us along with probably Jess Wellman. I may have to text her, though.
Okay.
She's very forgetful this time of year.
And busy.
Very busy, ridiculously busy. And Joe's going to go bracelet.
Am I going bracelet hunting?
we got a few of them today. So
we're going to be short on time, though, if we're signing off at 2:30.
We'll jam. We'll figure it out.
And the ceremony's at 2:20.
We'll figure it out.
Boy, you're putting me under the crunch time.
Yeah,
here.
well, we'll get them on KLAV. They can lead the show off.
That's true, too. Okay.
We'll figure it out.
Okay.
They're here. Brock Parker owes me.
All right.
He's the one that he put his foot in his mouth. So.
We'll figure out a way.
All right. Let's step back and take a break. We'll be right back here on the Mark Hoke Show, live from the World Series of Poker. Stick around, everybody. We'll be right back.
The heat is on. Whether you're in the hot seat of a major poker tournament or just dealing with everyday life, stay cool with a brand new Arctic Blue cooling towel. Just wet your reusable and durable Arctic Blue cooling towel in cold water, and you'll have instant cooling relief at your fingertips for up to 5 hours. The towel is lightweight and pliable, so you can keep it handy no matter where you are. Plus, it's absorbent enough to make sure you and your clothes stay dry while you stay cool. No need to sweat it out, no matter what you're doing, when you have an Arctic Blue cooling towel handy. So get the same cooling towel used by professional athletes, poker players, first responders, physical therapists, U.S. automakers, and even reality TV stars. So what are you waiting for? Visit them today at arcticblu.com and pick yours up today. Plus, enter the discount code MarkHokeShow when you check out and get 15% off plus free shipping to keep some of your cold hard cash in your wallet. It's like the Arctic Blue Bear says, it's not cool to be hot. So pick up your Arctic Blue cooling towel today.
One man, his lucky shirt, an unforgettable night, and a winning streak that never seemed to end. That's how Blind Squirrel began, and we haven't looked back since. We make the clothes that we want to wear for the places where we want to look and feel our best. The game, the speakeasy, and the casino floor. Blind Squirrel's small batch, high-quality gear is for people too busy grabbing life by the nuts to bother with crappy, ill-fitting clothing. Because like you, we prefer our nights long, our drinks strong, and our lucky shirt to be our most comfortable. So look good, be lucky, and visit blindsquirrelapparel.com for your new favorite shirt. As an added bonus, you'll receive 20% off your purchase with the promo code HOKE, H-O-K-E. You can also pick up Blind Squirrel apparel at the Borgata in Atlantic City and in Las Vegas at all Masura stores at Mandalay Bay, Monte Carlo, The Mirage, and MGM Grand. Look good and be lucky with Blind Squirrel Apparel.
I'm Dutch Boyd, two-time WSOP bracelet winner, and I want to share my story with you. 12 years as a pro has taught me a lot. For the last year, I've boiled it all down into a tell-all book, 90,000 words. In Poker Tilt, I take you on my journey through all the ups and downs that poker has to offer, all the manic highs and hellish lows of every bad beat and lucky draw. So go to www.pokertilt.com to read more, or just go buy the new book on Amazon or Kindle. Right now, pokertilt.com. I guarantee you'll enjoy the ride.
Your business and promotion will only go as far as your website will take you. That's why the Mark Hoke Show has only trusted one name for over 2 years, BlueRail.net. Whether you need custom website design and development packages, or simply need a host for your website, Blue Rail is the only developer to turn to. It's time to discover the world-class personalized service only the Blue Rail team can provide. Visit us at BlueRail.net and call 520-822-5128 right now for your free consultation today. So get on board at BlueRail.net. How far do you want to go?
Tough day at the Veld? Get off tilt and unstuck by escaping to the desert for an extreme off-road adventure with Sun Buggy Fun Rentals. We have the biggest fleet of off-road vehicles known in the universe. And since we know poker players aren't exactly early risers, we now offer after-dark tours for all you night owls. And don't forget to stop by the Mark Hoke Show WSOP booth at the Rio to win a free Sun Buggy experience. Please call us 24/7 at 1-866-728-4443 and visit us at www.sunbuggy.com. Call us now and take the off-road ride of your life with Sun Buggy Fun Rentals.
9 poker players on a dramatic path to glory with unbelievable twists and turns that will keep you on the edge of your seat. It's the Final 9 comic from Room 110 Publishing. Go to final9comic.com to download the first issue preview and get ready for the official launch coming soon. 9 will become one way or another. Final9comic.com. And for more details, make sure to follow them on Twitter and like them on Facebook at Final9Comic.
Want more of The Mark Hoke Show? Then follow us on Twitter at Mark Hoke Show and like our Facebook page at The Mark Hoke Show for show news and outstanding poker content from around the world. Plus, enjoy the show anytime by subscribing to our podcasts on iTunes or at markhokeshow.podbean.com. We're even on your mobile phone at markhokeshow.podbean.com/mobile. Thanks for listening and being a part of The Mark Hoke Show.
Now, let's return to The Mark Hoke Show.
The Mark Hoke Show.
Here again, your host, Mark Hoke.
And we're back. Joe. We get the headphones for Joe, and then he leaves them on. Joe Payne, everybody. Joe Payne. Oh, I'm sorry. Can you slide over just to here, buddy? I love somebody in the chat box. That was really funny. Making the comment, thin guy in between two large men. I'm really not that big. I'm really not. I'm a little chunky right now, but I'm not that, I have broad shoulders.
So he was making a comment about two thin guys and
thin guy in a fat guy coat. Yeah, basically, yeah. Turn that around a little bit. Let's see. Yeah, so Casino Examiner, make sure he picked that one off. Thanks a lot, buddy. Thank you.
Was that Casino Examiner?
That was Casino Examiner.
He's always around, isn't he?
Yes.
He is the examiner.
He is a lurker. You are in fur. He is a lurker.
Not an implier.
Implier.
I got that title. I'm the implier.
Yeah, he's the lurker. We're gonna make a new superhero team here. It's not gonna be a very good one, but what are you gonna do? Of course, we're live here at the World Series of Poker here at the Rio Convention Center and Hotel Casino, whatever they're calling it around here nowadays. Phil Hellmuth. Oh, and bye. Hi, Phil. How you doing? Mr. Hellmuth just taking the walk. See, he does that all World Series, and then when the time comes, then he sits down with me for like 45 minutes on his best buddy.
If he has something to say.
He always has something to say. It's just a matter of when the time comes to say it. It looks like a lot of the guys headed back in here for that
just the restart?
For the 10K Deuce 7 lowball tournament. George Danzer going in. John Jawanda headed back in the room. Yeah, this is going to be, and I got to tell you what, this is looking like a very exciting finish. I want to focus on this one a little bit more. We'll update, let me just get an update on chips. It's still at 36. But Jen Harmon at the top of that list. We already saw Ted Forrest come back here. What would a Jen Harmon bracelet mean for her? I mean, things have been pretty tough for her the last couple of years, personally and professionally. So to see her possibly winning a bracelet.
Health issues, right?
Yeah, and I believe her. I want to say had a family member die last year too during the series.
I didn't know that, really.
Yeah, I mean she has not had a real good time, and trying to keep her head up, and of course, obviously one of the full tilt pros, so having to deal with, they pretty much all disappeared at that point.
The fallout.
Yeah, so Jen Harmon at the top of the board there, with John Jawanda sitting right behind. That'd be an interesting little heads-up match.
He's got multiple bracelets. I think
John's got a ton.
Five, I think, right?
Yeah, if I have my media guide, which is probably under you there. Oh, that's right. They didn't. That's right. I don't have the list, so I'll have to look that up.
I think he has 5. For some reason, I think it's 5. That's my guess, 5.
Well, let's pull this one up.
Maybe Casino Examiner could to tell us.
I've got it right here. I've got it right there. I should have bookmarked this. They didn't put this page in the World Series last year. John Juanda is at 5. That's correct.
See that?
2002, 2 in 2003, 2008 won the event in Europe. Paul Volpe, my personal hero.
So you and I are only 5 behind John Juanda.
Yeah, we're both 5 behind. And 2011, John Juanda's last bracelet victory. So John Juanda.
When was it? 2005.
Last one?
Yeah.
For him, 2011.
11, okay.
Yep. 02, 2 and 03, 08, and 11 for Juanda.
Pretty consistent.
Yeah, it's not bad. Keep it rolling, baby.
He's due.
So he's about due.
Yeah, I was gonna say
ballpark-ish,
he's due,
he's about due. Yeah, kind of like Ted Forrest was in the 10 to 11 year range. He was about due. Poor Joe.
You just want to dangle Ted Forrest in front of me today.
I'm a Ted Forrest dangler.
You're trying to get me to go.
Yeah, a little bit.
I'm not dropping the gloves, okay?
All right, no problem. No problem.
Don't be trying to Philadelphia Flyer me, okay?
Yeah, no. Well, if I was doing that, I'd have punched you out by now and thrown you into the wall. Hey, don't forget to follow the show on Twitter at Mark Hoke Show and on Facebook, The Mark Hoke Show. And, of course, we're going to be on KLAV here in just a little while. We'll be heading to
we're not going to be heading over there. We're going to be staying right here.
Well, we're
going to be heading over to the airwaves of KLAV.
There you go. We'll be on the airwaves. Yeah. Some other interesting names, by the way, in that tournament. Grano's in 15th. Jean-Robert Belland in 16th. That guy's one of the most unluckiest sons of a guns of the World Series I've ever seen.
He was on Survivor, wasn't he?
Yes, he was.
He survived that.
Yeah, not so well.
Look at this short. This is the guy, I think, that had that jacket on that matched those shorts.
Yeah, Tom Schneider.
Yep.
That would have gone. Yeah, would have gone well with the jacket he was wearing yesterday.
He likes Bumblebee look.
Yeah, he likes anything that isn't plain. That's for sure. All right, but Jean-Robert Belland in there. David Bakes-Baker's in that field too. Justin Smith, Jeff Lissandro is still in there. Jason Mercier, we saw him walking by. Sean D, Michael Mizrachi, John Turner, Phil Hellmuth. I mean, this is just an all-star field. Can't wait. Can't wait to see how this turns out. And George Danzer going by as well. Rep Porter. Yeah, this is going to be a fun tournament as we go through it. I just love these mixed game tournaments here at the World Series. They are just a blast. Let's see if we have any progress on the final table going on. I believe that was, we were looking at the Omaha 8 or better, if I'm correct. We'll bring that one back around. I'm sorry, that was Brock Parker's win. Excuse me. Number 11, that was the six-handed tournament where we're getting this thing whittled down. And I love six-handed. Do you like six-handed play, Joe? You're a six-hander?
No.
No?
I'm in that. You got to play too many hands when you play six-handed.
I love playing six-handed.
I mean, I do. I like playing six-handed online. Because online the games are faster anyway. But no, in a regular tournament, I like to keep a slow pace going, so to speak. And six-handed,
yeah, not so much.
Not so much of a slow pace.
Not
it's
so
a
much.
little bit of a sprint, so to speak.
All right, Mike Sowers.
I think the 12 o'clock tournament is on their break. As
it looks like it.
Numerous people have flooded the hallways.
Yep. Mike Sowers still in the lead on that. Yep. Justin Bonomo, Taylor Parr. Neil Mittelman has made a little bit of a move. He's jumped up now to fourth place. Lance Harris in fifth. Daniel Strelitz in sixth. So a little bit of dancing around there. Strelitz, of course, took the worst hit on this level. Lost over 1 million chips. Owie. That's not fun.
No.
Just start your day in 1 million down.
What did he have starting today?
I'm sorry?
What did he have starting today?
Well, it looks like he lost 1 million on the level, so it was about 1.1.
Oh, he lost almost half a stack?
He lost more than half a stack. He's down to 123,000.
Oh, wow. He lost almost 85% of his stack.
Yes, that was not good, as the kids like to say. I was wondering if we can find this hand here.
What was the hand he lost all his chips on? Did they have a recap of that?
I don't know. I'm looking for it, but yeah, not seeing it. But yeah, that got a little ugly. All right. So players are still playing right now. Of course, we're live on the air here on the Mark Hoke Show, and thanks for joining us. We do appreciate it.
And we got another restroom question while we're live.
Joe, here's
I don't think it looks like we're on the air. We were sitting with headphones on in front of mics. I don't know. What else do we need to do? Do we need a flashing sign above us?
I think we're going to have to, Joe. I'm 3 years, I'm getting the shits of that.
Please, no questions on air.
Pardon my French, but
I mean,
but wow. But wow. All right. Yeah, so a lot of players hanging out here in the hallway today is, like I said, I think the only event starting today, Limit Omaha High-Low Split 8 or better, $1,500 buy-in. One of my personal favorites. I would love to be playing this.
You said that yesterday, but no one came down and gave you $1,500.
No, nobody did. That's their loss. Their loss.
Or their gain.
But apparently Alan Kessler got himself up to 6,200 chips already in this one. David Box kind of a little bit of chaser. Mitch Schock is in this event.
And Alan Kessler, that's a self-report on MyStack?
Yes.
Yeah.
That MyStack app, very handy. As long as you report
as you report correctly.
I think I'm going to put myself in the Millionaire Maker.
Now, put yourself at the final table.
I'll wait. Wait
till we get down to 3-handed, and all of a sudden, we got 4 players left. Wow.
Because I'm working so much, I mean, the odds are that there's no legitimate reason for me to even pull a stunt like that. But people did it last year. I'm sure there's going to be a few. Just call it a hunch. Just a hunch.
Okay.
I mean, it's kind of fun. Wouldn't you like to see your name in the Millionaire Maker list?
Only if I was there. I'm not going to fabricate it.
Oh, but still. It would be cool.
You do want to try to go through life with some form of credibility.
Just a little, yeah.
Just a little bit. When if you put yourself out there as being credible when you do this, who's going to believe you? What's up, buddy?
All right. So let's check and see if we got any more news going on while we see if we can weasel another guest. Oh, Alan,
you said weasel.
I said weasel.
And
look who popped up.
By.
Wow, I know him 20 years.
He does know me 20
I feel
years.
for you.
One of the best blackjack tournament players there is.
Yes, I know.
You're right up there, Al. You're right up there.
I haven't really done much in that, but I used to be good at it.
Alan has always been around.
I don't know. Pretty recently, I suppose. Well, let's see what we've got. Anything else? Yeah, I mean, it's just been. Hey, GPI.
He must be one.
Barely.
He must be one of them.
You're up there. We saw it.
Good luck, bud.
We saw it. The Global Poker Index, by the way, is going to be. They've been having their annual awards ceremony over in Europe.
Okay.
That massive gala. I actually got invited to that thing this last year. I was one that they only gave out a few hundred invites.
Including airfare?
No, I just got invited. I was invited. But now, apparently, it looks like the GPI is going to be doing the American Poker Awards. Going to be in Los Angeles, California, February 27th of next year. So we're trying to bring together all the top names of the poker industry, help them develop the game globally. So it looks like we're going to be hanging out there with the GPI boys coming up on the 15th.
And that'll be where at?
In Los Angeles, California.
Are you going to go?
At the SLS Hotel in Beverly Hills. Oh, I get the invite to go to L.A. for something like this? Oh, you bet I'm going.
Yeah, okay.
Road trip.
Road trip.
I'm not missing that one.
So the SLS Hotel in California, is that the same SLS Hotel that's being built here in Las Vegas at the old location where the Sahara was?
Good question.
Yeah.
Good question.
I don't know.
Yeah. What is Ty Stewart doing? I really want to know what he's doing right now. This is an interesting picture. So here's what just walked by. Ty Stewart, the head of the World Series of Poker, walks by, and he's got like 5 young kids, about 4 of them with backpacks. And he's chatting them up for something. I have no idea what.
I don't know.
That was kind of a...
Morning.
That was an odd picture.
He said good morning. What time zone is he in? Even for me,
he's in the poker time zone.
Even for me, this is the afternoon.
He's in the poker time zone. Good for him. Yeah, that's where I should have been last night.
I wish I had my phone. I don't know where my phone is.
Good, because it always rings when we're on the air. It's a tradition for you.
I'm a popular guy.
Yeah, well,
I got it down.
Next time I'm calling you Dingaling.
Between you and Tom McElroy with all these nicknames you give me.
Well, that's a legit one though.
Even Blair Rodman just walks by with earphones
Blair
on
Rodman
and pays no attention. And
Blair Rodman.
Hey, Blair.
One of my very early guests on my show.
Are you
quite a
playing
few
right
times.
now?
Good to see you, Blair.
Are you playing right now? Yeah. Okay. Omaha? Good. I'm playing the most confusing day tournament of the week, the seniors event on Friday.
Yes.
Well, they can't find their tables after they walk around. Watch the camera.
Blair Rodman looking to punch our camera.
Yeah.
Did I make you mad, Blair? I didn't do anything to you, did I?
You got a lot of chips? Good. All right. You get time, stop by. We'd like to talk to you. All right, bud.
There you go. Blair,
Take care.
Blair Rodman. One of the most
old school. He's old school.
Yeah, and one of the most underrated players of all time. Blair's a hell of a player.
Well, Blair kind of doesn't really put himself out there. He's a great player.
It's been a while that he's done that, yeah.
Yeah, and he's not, he's...
I've interviewed him a couple times on the show a couple years ago, and then he's gone, well, I haven't really done anything for a while. So he's taking the humble route, which is no fun because Blair's a great resource. It's a lot of fun to talk to.
And his book is excellent, Kill
Yes.
Phil. Kill Phil book, which helps the novice player play in these kind of tournaments against some of the big name players who don't like to play for all their chips.
Right.
So you put the heat on them as opposed to them outplaying you after the flop. Get a hand, shove.
Shove.
Get a hand, shove. I mean, it works every time except the last time.
Yeah, exactly. Matt Waxman and Tristan Wade hanging out there in the hallway a little while ago. Is just this is I think this is really the nice part about being up here in the Amazon room as opposed to being down by Brasilia, because all the high roller tournaments
are behind us,
usually up here, and we're on the day twos up here too.
Right.
So we can have a pretty good eye on what's going on, and of course part of the pain of being out here too is when the main event comes up, we start seeing the walks of shame.
Going this way.
The pain is just palpable when you see these guys go out. I remember I watched Greg Raymer go out early last year. Johnny Chan, when he was eliminated last year, that was a tough one to see. He wasn't not happy.
Well, I hope we keep Nate away from the exits.
Yeah.
And him asking.
Yeah, Nate Dowland, everybody.
Are you out?
David Williams' new best friend. Not good.
So Nate pissed off David.
Yes, he did.
And I scared the shit out of Ted Forrest.
Yes.
The Mark Hoke Show doing real well.
You guys are just
public relations,
helping out my rep. Like, Mark, we love you, but who are those schmucks?
Yeah, who are those guys that you've associated with?
I had to deal with that before. So, but you guys you're quality individuals. It's all right.
Quality individuals.
Yes. Coming up, bracelet ceremony coming up here in just a little bit. We're at 2:12, so that's going to be starting very shortly.
Which means I'm going to be dispatched.
Yeah, so Joe
within the next couple of minutes.
Joe's going to be taking the happy ride down to see some guys get some hardware. Of course, Alex Bulletin stopped in yesterday, got him on the show. So we'll see how many of these guys want to take a time. Of course, bracelet winners, Jonathan Dimmig, the Millionaire Maker winner. Jeff Smith, who managed to come out and win the No Limit Hold'em event. And that was Jeff. Yeah, Jeff won the No Limit Hold'em. And then Brock Parker taking down event number 10. So 3 very happy guys picking up some hardware today, and all hard-fought victories. Smith with a massive heads-up battle. Of course, Dimmick winning the Millionaire Maker, which is, that's like fighting off a sea of red ants for about 2.5, 3 days. Not a lot of fun, but walks out 1.3 million, Joe. And I tell you, and I tell you, give me a second. Let me pull him up here. I'm trying to remember what some of his results were.
As far as overall results,
right?
Yeah.
So we'll go to the Hendon Mob on that one real fast.
Do you rely? Is that what you always check, the Hendon Mob for?
I check the first one that comes up on my screen that's credible.
Okay.
But Hendon Mob is very good now. GPI, of course, absorbing that. They got that one updated already. Coming into this one, what has he got, about 45,000 in caches? So it goes from $45,000 in cashes in his poker career to $1.354 million. That's a bump. This is a great chart for him. It really is. Third place in 2011, third place at the WSOP circuit in Harrah's. Picks up $11,000. That was his biggest cash to date. Then we got a $5,000, a $3,000, a $5,300, $4,600, $2,700. Now this is road fun. I'll skip that one. In 2013, had a 1994 cash in 2014, July 2003, and a 240 mixed max at Caesars, $436, and now just 2 notches up. On his little chart, it says 1.3 million. He's got a 3-figure score and a 7-figure score within a couple lines of each other. That is awesome. Screenshot that puppy. Boy, what's he got to be feeling right now? I just, besides the exhaustion of barreling through so many players and, trying to pull this thing off. But
great accomplishment.
Man, you wake up the next morning and
7,977 players, I believe. 23 players short of 8,000. Yeah. Impressive.
$1.3 million just dropped in your bank account for playing cards for 3 days. What a feeling. Oh,
you think he needs a financial advisor?
He might.
We need to refer him to someone.
We need that financial advisor.
We do.
Where is he?
Left a message.
Get him down here.
I left a message.
Get him down here. I got a millionaire maker that could probably use his services. Yep. So that's but. So obviously a massive bump in his career. I don't know if those rankings have been updated yet, but
he doesn't even have a picture on his.
Yeah, he may have to take care of that.
Yeah,
he may have to take care of that.
Hendon Mob will definitely be putting a picture of her up on this very shortly.
Yeah,
that's my take on that.
So congratulations to Jonathan Dibbig, winner of the Millionaire Maker, and just life-changing money right there. And the question is now, what do you do with it? Of course, you give Obama half of it. Well, the federal government. I won't say Obama, but you give the government half.
You think it's half?
Well, once you get down to federal, state, and local, yeah, you're gonna get tagged. Okay. I think isn't he from New York too? If he's from New York, I know that's 55. That's pretty rough.
Greg Raymer just walked by, but you had your head down.
I apologize. I occasionally see Greg. Greg and I are good buddies.
Pretty hard to miss Greg Raymer.
It is.
Pretty hard to miss Mark Hoke, too.
I get told I look like Greg Raymer, which should motivate me even more to get to the gym. Nothing against Greg.
What are you trying to say?
I'm saying I'm fat.
Well, that's what the casino examiner just said.
I get told I look like Greg Raymer. It's
a short version of Greg Raymer.
Oh, thank you. Somebody's screaming at me because I didn't take the graphic off the screen again.
Oh my God!
Thank you.
So
there we go.
No video. There we go.
There we go. Thank you.
See, they really want to see our faces.
Yeah, did that help?
You would think they would say, "Keep the graphic up."
Did that help? Thank you. Oh man. So, Joe, we got 217. So I guess I'll send you down there, and
there we go.
We'll see who we get, and I'll trying to hang on the air for a little bit.
Okay.
Of course, we're going to be switching over here in just a little bit to KLAV1230am.com for those of you listening online, and then coming up, of course, you're in Las Vegas, just turn your dial, 1230 a.m. Pretty simple.
I shall be back.
All right.
I shall be back.
All right, so Joe will be returning shortly. Yeah, thanks, Flip. I'm getting a little senile already here. It's already setting in at the World Series of Poker. I've been doing it a week. Gotta love that. All right, so Joe's going to see if we can get a couple bracelet winners up here, and we'll be heading over to KLAV pretty shortly. But what an amazing day is, Jonathan Dibbig walking out with $1.3 million, a sensational victory for him, and one that will mark his poker career forever, beating the second biggest field in poker history, 7,977 players. All right, so looks like we're gonna settle in here just a little bit. Let's see if we've got any other updates, anything happening. Like I said, a lot of the tournaments either on break or just finished their break. But event 14 underway today. That one's going to be your last one on the schedule. So possibility we may get the evening off tonight. We'll see how that goes because it will be a little slow around here, obviously, with 3 bracelets getting given out too, and us doing a show on KLAV. But coming up here on Thursday, we will be 2 events kick off. We've got the $3,000 no limit 6-handed tournament, event number 15, and event number 16 is the $1,500 limit deuce to 7 triple draw low ball. And seniors will be barreling here on Friday, plus a 10K 7-card Raz tournament. So, of course, the seniors one of the biggest events here at the World Series. Always an exciting day. Hopefully and I'm sure we'll see some outstanding poker. That tournament gets better and better every year. We just see a lot of talent hopping on board to play that one. Coming up then on Saturday afternoon, we get into another exciting weekend with a no-limit Hold'em $1,500 tournament and a $3,000 no-limit Hold'em shootout. Sunday is the $1,000 and a $1,000 no-limit Hold'em and the 10K horse tournament, one that everybody really enjoys. That is a huge event coming up here on Sunday. Then back Monday, $1,000 turbo no-limit Hold'em. So that's your weekend schedule coming up here for the World Series. Very nice. And, of course, on the KLAV show, Kevin Mather is going to be joining us. We're also going to be talking to probably going to be talking to Jess Wellman. Hopefully say hi to her. Of course, she runs WSOP.com. One of the media queens here at the World Series of Poker, does a great job. So make sure to check that out. And we do have a couple new podcasts on there. We got the highlight reels, as you are going to get to catch all of the great information or great interviews that we've done on the videos that we do have up on YouTube. Just go, search Mark Hoke on YouTube. You will see me, and just go to the channel and you can check out everything happened. We had an awesome one last night with Raymond Davis, especially hanging out along with David Levy and Miami John Cernuto. Just an awesome show, and James Woods kind of hanging around the booth too. So make sure you check that video out. We'll get that up there. I didn't want to inundate you guys today too badly because I had a lot of stuff popping up there with the podcast. But with some good highlight reels, you'll get to go back and listen to the last highlight reel with Elliot Rowe and Dr. Patricia Cardner on there, as well as Bart Hansen and Kenneth Lind, the defending seniors champion. So a nice little podcast right there for you. And of course, you can download all those, markhokeshow.podbean.com. They're all right there. Better get them now before we start charging a premium for all the old episodes. We might have to start doing that. All right, so Joe is down at the bracelet ceremony right now. So appreciate your patience on that. We'll see who we can get up here. Raymond Davis out here yelling out Bellagio placards. That's interesting. Chris Klodnicki going by. Raymond Davis out there in the hallway. Yeah, it should be a great tournament today. Hey, and guys, we do have our Skype open if you want to give us a call. It's 702-997-3015. Number, once again, 702-997-3015. We'll throw that up on the screen there for you for just a little bit. Once again, if you want to give us a buzz, have any questions about the World Series, anything going on, we can certainly take your calls. I know for some reason my callers are kind of shy, but you're more than welcome to give us a buzz. 702-997-3015. All right, so we're hanging on to see if Joe gets anybody up here. Like I said, this one's going to be a little bit longer ceremony with the three bracelet winners coming through. But one interesting part so far, it has been an All-American run. And I think that's a huge statement here for the first week of the World Series, that we have not had a non-American bracelet winner. USA stepping up here early. And of course, it's USA always wins the bracelet count per se. It's usually more of an interesting situation on who finishes second at this point, but every year. But right now, The Americans have won every bracelet, if I'm correct. I wonder if we have a Player of the Year points up there yet. I should probably take a look at that. We haven't. I haven't seen that one yet. So let me see if. Take a look and see if we can find any stats on that one. No, I'll have to look that one up for you, so we're ready for that for the World Series. So let me keep clicking around because it'll be interesting to take a look at the Player of the Year. There they are, Player of the Year standings. So let's see where everybody is right now. In the Bluff magazine, Bluff.com, 2014 WSOP Player of the Year standings, Vanessa Selfs, by virtue of her victory, is currently leading the way. She's at 300 points. Tuan Lee, bracelet winner, 270. Kyle Cartwright, 240. Jason Moe, the runner-up to Vanessa Selfs, gets to start off in fourth place at 210. Brandon Shack Harris is at 200. Justin Bonomo at 189. Jason Pastor, a runner-up at 168. Aldi Carolus, can't expect that name's going to stay up there, but of course he was tied for third place in the Mixed Max event. He stands with 150. Morgan Popham at 140, and Elia Lesra, set of a couple very deep runs here in this World Series so far, sits at 135. So probably hasn't been updated for the Millionaire Maker yet. Let me see if I get the full standings on board. And actually, I apologize. Those were this is a different updated page here. Apologize. Brock Parker is leading the way, 349. So I apologize. We got an updated standings board here. That was what was on WSOP.com, and now we went to Bluff. John Brock Parker is 349.50, followed by Vanessa Selfs, 300. Jonathan Deming at 300, tied with Vanessa. Tuan Lee at 270. Kyle Cartwright, 251. Jeffrey Smith, 230. Jeffrey Coburn, 210. Jason Moe, 210. Richard Ashby, 204.75. Brandon Shack Harris at 200. So 17 pages point scorers already, but that's where they are truly at this point. All right, so we're just hanging in here, see if we get a bracelet winner or two or three joining us there. Matt Glantz walking by, looking sharp. Haven't interviewed Matt for a while, and I kind of having withdrawals, Matt. Got to get you on the board sometime here. We'll get Matt Glantz on there as soon as possible. I'm very excited to have Kevin Mathers coming up here on KLAV in just a little while. Should be a pretty good show for you as Kev Math steps into the KLAV zone. And my phone's buzzing off the hook, too, so you have to bear with me on that. So waiting for Joe here. We'll see how long we stay on the air. I think we should have a little bit of time to hang in there. So I want to make sure we get, if we do get any of the bracelet winners up there, we'll try and sneak them on here or get them on the KLAV show. Of course, waiting to hear from Jonathan Dimmick, the Millionaire Maker champion. And, of course, Dimmick, the big story, winning, but wow, Steven Branner just letting that get away. And it's, unfortunately, it's going to be one of those things where you guys are that's what you guys are going to remember him for, and you're not going to remember him for making an incredible run in the second biggest tournament in history. It's unfortunately, that's the nature of the beast. But, shouldn't have dipped his toe in when he did. That's an unfortunate error on his part that, he'll have to live with. But, he got a nice paycheck, so then eventually it'll go away. But, that's one that's going to be hard to look back on and say, wow, what could have been. All right, so Joe down to bracelet ceremonies, hanging on in there. Yeah, that's about it. By the way, we've been seeing a lot of Ryan Reese, by the way. The champ missed the early part of the World Series of Poker because of, I believe, his sister's wedding, if I'm correct. So, Reese said he wants to be Player of the Year, and missing the first part of the series doesn't help. But Reese is pretty damn tough. I mean, we're gonna. He's been a champion who's been a fighting champion out there, playing as much as he possibly can. So we'll see how Ryan Reese fares at this year's World Series. All right, so just waiting to see if Joe brings anybody up here for us. And I think, and I'll tell you what, why don't let's take a quick break and we'll step back here for a few. And when Joe's ready, we'll hopefully Joe will be ready and we'll get someone up here for you. So let's take a little time out here and we'll be right back on the Mark Hoke Show. Thanks for joining us.
RunGoodGear.com is one of poker's premier online stores for apparel. Their mission is to provide poker players with stylish and comfortable clothes for their daily grind. You've probably seen Run Good Gear at the World Series of Poker through Run Good Poker Pro Rob Salaburo or around the country through the WSOP circuit. Today, RunGoodGear.com is the place to go to gear up for the poker felt. So go there now with the promo code HOKE, that's HOKE, for 10% off your entire online purchase. Remember Hoke. Now go gear up.
When it comes to custom poker tables, why would you buy something someone else designed and even named for their sales or marketing purposes?
The Nighthawk, the Gambler, the Big Slick, the Nuts.
Sure, you can customize it if you want, as long as you choose between black, red, or even green cloth, but that's about it. When you choose to play off tilt, it's not just another table, it's your table. The same price gets you a fully custom designed table that reflects your style and game. Off tilt makes it easy to design a truly one-of-a-kind custom poker table that'll give you home table advantage. Sure, Off Tilt could name their tables for marketing purposes, but why? It's not ours. We don't play on it. And to be honest, there are over 1,000 named Off Tilt tables worldwide, including the WSOP, the Deep Stacks Poker Tour, the Jonathan Papelbon, as well as Julie's, Chris's, Scott's, Amber's, Tristan's, just to name a few. So let us add your name to the list and deliver a truly custom-crafted, furniture-quality poker table worthy of your game. Visit www.offtiltpokertables.com or call Brian Knott today at 262-490-3812. We'll show you why Off Tilt is the only way to play.
Sports bettors, tired of getting beat every week at your sportsbook? It's time to stop guessing and start winning. We all know cash is king, and it's time to let the team at Double Digit Covers come to the rescue to help you get the positive cash flow you need to live the life you've always dreamed about. Tony Dos and his all-star sports handicapping team will be in your corner to help you beat the point spread, bring excitement and winning to your betting experience, and build your bankroll to levels you never thought possible. Get free winning sports information at doubledigitcovers.com. Stop guessing and start winning today at doubledigitcovers.com.
Call now for today's free winner. 1-855-489-2700. That's 1-855-489-2700.
At Team Poker Joker, we build innovative, high-performance, poker-focused apparel designed to keep you cool and calm in tough situations. Wait, no we don't. We've just got a cool brand representing the suits of this beautiful game called poker. Our gear won't make you better, but it will keep a smile on your face. So don't be so serious and show you know how to have fun. Get your Poker Joker gear today at TeamPokerJoker.com. Grin and win today at TeamPokerJoker.com.
9 poker players on a dramatic path to glory with unbelievable twists and turns that will keep you on the edge of your seat. It's the Final 9 comic from Room 110 Publishing. Go to final9comic.com to download the first issue preview and get ready for the official launch coming soon. 9 will become one way or another. Final9comic.com. And for more details, make sure to follow them on Twitter and like them on Facebook at Final9Comic.
The heat is on. Whether you're in the hot seat of a major poker tournament or just dealing with everyday life, stay cool with a brand new Arctic Blue cooling towel. Just wet your reusable and durable Arctic Blue cooling towel in cold water and you'll have instant cooling relief at your fingertips for up to 5 hours. The towel is lightweight and pliable, so you can keep it handy no matter where you are. Plus, it's absorbent enough to make sure you and your clothes stay dry while you stay cool. No need to sweat it out, no matter what you're doing, when you have an Arctic Blue cooling towel handy. So get the same cooling towel used by professional athletes, poker players, first responders, physical therapists, U.S. automakers, and even reality TV stars. So what are you waiting for? Visit them today at ArcticBLU.com and pick yours up today. Plus, enter the discount code MarkHokeShow when you check out and get 15% off plus free shipping to keep some of your cold hard cash in your wallet. It's like the Arctic Blue Bear says, it's not cool to be hot. So pick up your Arctic Blue cooling towel today.
One man, his lucky shirt, an unforgettable night, and a winning streak that never seemed to end. That's how Blind Squirrel began, and we haven't looked back since. We make the clothes that we want to wear for the places where we want to look and feel our best. The game, the speakeasy, and the casino floor. Blind Squirrel's small batch, high-quality gear is for people too busy grabbing life by the nuts to bother with crappy, ill-fitting clothing. Because like you, we prefer our nights long, our drinks strong, and our lucky shirt to be our most comfortable. So look good, be lucky, and visit blindsquirrelapparel.com for your new favorite shirt. As an added bonus, you'll receive 20% off your purchase with the promo code HOKE, H-O-K-E. You can also pick up Blind Squirrel apparel at the Borgata in Atlantic City and in Las Vegas at all Missouri stores at Mandalay Bay, Monte Carlo, The Mirage, and MGM Grand. Look good and be lucky with Blind Squirrel Apparel.
Your business and promotion will only go as far as your website will take you. That's why the Mark Hoke Show has only trusted one name for over 2 years, BlueRail.net. Whether you need custom website design and development packages or simply need a host for your website, Blue Rail is the only developer to turn to. It's time to discover the world-class personalized service only the Blue Rail team can provide. Visit us at BlueRail.net and call 520-822-5128 right now for your free consultation today. So get on board at BlueRail.net. How far do you want to go?
Want more of The Mark Hoke Show? Then follow us on Twitter at Mark Hoke Show and like our Facebook page at The Mark Hoke Show for show news and outstanding poker content from around the world. Plus, enjoy the show anytime by subscribing to our podcasts on iTunes or at markhokeshow.podbean.com. We're even on your mobile phone at markhokeshow.podbean.com/mobile. Thanks for listening and being a part of The Mark Hoke Show.
This is the Mark Hoke Show. The Mark Hoke Show. Here again, your host, Mark Hoke.
All right, we're live here on the Mark Hoke Show, live from the World Series of Poker at the Rio Convention Center here in Las Vegas. We are having a great time wrapping up our day show here, but of course we are headed right over to KLAV1230am.com and KLAV 1230 AM in just a little bit. So just going to stall here for a couple more minutes. We'll see if Joe pops in here with a bracelet winner. We've been keep bringing them up here as we can get them. Of course, had 37 of the bracelet winners on last year, so looking forward to keeping that streak going. But we're, of course, we'll be live on KLAV 1230 AM, KLAV 1230 AM.com. Those of you outside of Las Vegas, very shortly. So doing our first remote. We usually don't do remotes for that show. But just the way the numbers worked out today, this is how we're going to have to do it so we can keep the booth manned. And if you're in the Las Vegas area and you want to come down and see us here at the World Series of Poker, more than happy to have you stop by, with the broadcast booth, the Run Good Gear Lounge, all sorts of cool stuff going on. Some great stuff from Blind Squirrel Apparel in here too, and Arctic Blue Cooling Towels, Team Poker Joker, all representing down here. And, of course, you can sign up for that 1K satellite seat contest. So if you haven't signed up for that thing yet, chance to, play for your shot of the main event. Just go to markhokeshow.com and click on right above the top there, and you have a chance to win. That's all you have to do. Pretty simple. So Kevin Mathers will be coming on as our featured guest. Looks like we may have a nice appearance from Jess Wellman as well. So looking forward to that one. And who else is going to show up, we don't know. We'll find out. All right. So once again, Joe said it could be a little bit of a lengthy bracelet ceremony with 3 players getting in there. But pretty exciting stuff. We're looking forward to some great poker being played over the next 6 weeks. We're going to be here But, of course, have some priorities right now in terms of events going on. Once again, our bracelet winners yesterday, Jonathan Dibbig winning the Millionaire Maker for over $1.3 million. Jeff Smith taking it on event number 9, the $1,000 No Limit Hold'em event. And he actually ends up on that one, good chunk of change. I believe it was around $300-ish thousand. And get the official number on that one. Yeah, $323,125. And, of course, event number 10, the Limit Omaha High-Low Split 8 or better, going into the hands of Brock Parker, who, sorry, bear with us for a second. There it goes. Thank you. Yeah, Brock Parker, of course, winning that. And saw Brock walking by, of course, with the bracelet and all sorts of other cool goodies that he scored from winning that tournament. So big congratulations to Brock Parker as he now joins Vanessa Selps as a 3-time bracelet winner here at the World Series of Poker. Big congratulations. Parker, not much trouble knocking off Richard Ashby in that one. But Brock had a long way to go on that as he was fighting his way up the leaderboard all day and night long before finally getting the heads up. And, of course, 2 ladies making that final table. And, that's also very exciting, too, to see, hopefully see more of the women getting in there and doing their thing. We need it. Poker definitely needs to, tap into that other 50+% of our population. Wouldn't it be a bad idea? All right, so, sorry, we'll take that off there. Joe, still waiting for Joe to come on back here, and we'll give it about 4 more minutes, and then we're going to have to sign off here so we can get ready to do the KLAV show. Once again, Kevin Mather is our special guest on the show there. Pretty excited to have Kevin on the KLAV show. Wish I could take him down to the studio, though, but unfortunately didn't quite work out today. But we'll get Kevin on here and have a good time. Should be pretty cool. All right. So once again, a couple events finishing up today and more bracelets being given out. But that, of course, leads all the way to the main event coming up here. Sorry, just checking out the Run Good Gear Lounge. It's getting a little populated in there. But, of course, main event starting on, that would be Saturday, July 5th. So, a little bit of an earlier start than normally. Normally there's a couple of days there. But starting Saturday, July 5th, 3 flights. And, Jonathan's here? I'm technically on, yeah. I'm still. Yeah, so, well, I'll give Jonathan the option if you want to do this or if you want to go. We're going to be on KLAV here in about 15 minutes. So, okay. So we'll put you on the big show. Congratulations. All right, so there you go. There's a. Whatever time you can give, sir. Okay, so, all right, so there you go. That'll be nice for. There you go. He's just bringing me a millionaire. So Jonathan Dibbig will be joining us on KLAV. We gave him the option there. He's going to take the KLAV option. So we'll be kicking off the show with the newest Millionaire Maker champion. All right, so that'll give you a little extra incentive to tune in. So I think that we're going to wrap this up so we can get in touch with KLAV and get all squared away there. But so Kevin Mathers and Jonathan Dibbig, the Millionaire Maker champion, is going to be joining us on the show. All right, so that'll wrap up this one. Guys, we'll see you in about 15 minutes. KLAV1230am.com and, of course, KLAV 1230 here in Las Vegas. All right, so we'll see you in just a few. So stick around, guys. And we'll keep the chat box open, too. We'll stick around. We'll be right back.